I was wasting my time on Twitter when I came across a post that got hate-rated, so I decided to mark some of the replies with Shinigami eyes. And I had a realization. Transphobes have many misconceptions about what being trans even is. That much I already knew, but I always found it so weird how they immediately go to sex. Obviously, too many of them are on the hub. But they also immediately assume a trans child is engaging in what I'm going to refer to as late-game transitioning, for simplicity's sake. This is stuff like hormone replacement therapy and surgeries. Specifically for genitalia, because they don't actually know other kinds of surgery exist, it seems. Or maybe they do, and are leaving it out because it's something they want to take advantage of. Wouldn't be the first time they've ignored things that are convenient for them. If this ignorance is deliberate or not, I can't truly be sure, but it does certainly feel deliberate. No way I would get corrected so many times without doing a quick search on a matter. I mean, they actually think feminizing hormones just does nothing. And that the breasts trans women develop are implants. Because I guess the idea that maleness is such a dominant trait, science has no way of circumventing it. However, let's cover our bases on what the types of transition trans people will typically engage in. 1. Social, name and pronouns. 2. Presentation, some might change their look through clothes or makeup. 3. Chemical, HRT like estrogen or testosterone pills, gel, patches, injections, etc. 4. Surgical, facial, top and/or bottom. Not all trans people engage in all of these steps. Nor is it necessary to want all of them to identify as transgender. These are just common factors considered. For children, the first 2 steps are the only ones taken. Hell, from what I hear, it's usually just the first. Does Sean going by Cherie scare you, Elon? HRT is something that in most places cannot be started until adulthood. Though there are rare cases in certain countries of people starting at 16. This is the same for surgery, but that would be even rarer. Even adults struggle with getting approval for HRT. Much less this stuff, so the legal minimum is more of a theoretical possibility than a practical one. Again, this is very rare. But transphobes like libs of TikTok enjoy lying by running with a quote from the receptionist who would have no idea what procedures someone was coming in to have. It might just be counseling or emotional therapy, but she'd like you to believe it's surgery. Now, I've delayed enough. What is this misconception I realized earlier? Well, they think being trans is some sort of verb for doing the last 2. Or at least, that's the only way I can make sense of the comments they furiously post. They apparently don't seem to understand the concept of adjectives in regards to queer people. Specifically queer people, because there's no way any sane person would think, I'm blonde, means you've dyed your hair unless they knew beforehand that you're not naturally blonde. Now, truth be told, I don't have much else to say, and I have 20 more minutes of me wandering Twitter recorded, so sadly this is gonna be lost footage.